Welcome everyone, Madman bringing you another RSL video. So today I want to kind of re-review, second glance, whatever you want to call it, of Alaz. I felt like I kind of left him a little short, so because I am definitely having fun. Now I have not picked a blessing. I did pick up a 1-star blessing for him. I have not chosen it yet. Incinerate would be good if you're going to use them in arena, but I still don't know how good it's going to be. So real quick, I have him in a 6-piece Rathalos set. I'd like to get the 9-piece, but is what it is. So his stats real quick: 53.5 HP, 6200 defense there, 239 speed, exactly 100% crit rate, and 245 crit damage, and I'm close to 300 in accuracy. And those will play important. It's defensive base, so attack doesn't mean crap. Resistance is nice, but you don't really need it too much on him. Real quick, so his skills here on his first form here, right? So he places a 2-hitter and an extra hit if they're under shields, and he ignores shields buffs. So, shield set, and doggone it, you'd think I would remember this bloody set. It's not Defiant, and it's currently going on right now. I can't bolster. So if you're in bolster, he don't care. Apologies for that. Sometimes you can't remember everything. Alright, his A2 attacks all enemies, placing an increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns, and places an extra hit on targets with less than 50% HP on the first hit. If the target's HP is equal to or higher than 50% after the first hit, he will destroy 30% of their max HP based upon the damage he inflicted. Again, he is a defensive-based nuker. His A3 places a provoke. This is where you need some accuracy if you're going to use him in Hydra, which of course I will. And it cannot be resisted if they have less than 50% HP. Also places a counterattack on everybody for 2 turns and a block damage on everybody for 1 turn. So that can come in real handy, but you have to be careful of that when you are using him in Hydra. And then his passive here, which is crazy, increases this champion's defense by 5% each time they counterattack, stacks up to 100%, and resets each round. So think about that. 6,200 defense, another 100% of that. I am now up to 12,400 defense, which just placed a 60% increased buff, which I think is still only 60% of your original defense. So there's roughly another 3,000. Now we're pushing 15, 16,000 defense on him after a long battle. The one downside, I cannot confirm this though, but what I do believe is I switch to his alternate form and I switch back to this form and say Hydra, I'm back at 0 and I got to rebuild that defense back up to 100%. Alright, his alternate form, as far as it goes for arena, this is what I think should be his primary form, and it would be so much better because most likely you're either going to use them completely in this form or completely in the other form if you're doing in Hydra. Whereas if you go into arena, and you will see why here, and let's just jump straight to it, on his A2, attacks all enemies, places an HP burn for 2 turns, cannot be resisted if they are under Stone Skin, then instantly activates the HP burns if they are in Stone Skin. So he's activating them. Boom. Hopefully that's enough to destroy their Stone Skin. And then he's placing a True Fear on all enemies. So they're lost their Stone Skin and now they're under True Fear. And then you could switch back to the nuking form and there you go. That's why this should be the primary. But no, if you switch to this, now you're stuck with this for a few turns. On his A1, he of course places an extra hit if they are under HP burn. And this is HP based damage here. And then his A3 here fully restores, maxed HP, and heals by 30%. Gives you strength and an increased resistance. That is nice. The one kind of downside of this for Hydra there is, what is it, Head of Blight or whatever, Head of Annoying Cleanse. He sits there and puts heal reduction, and since you're not cleansing that off, one of your champions potentially could be missing that good heal. And then his passive, of course, on this form is he's getting 6 HP for every 1 defense you have when in this form, and it also increases the chances of skills not activating under fear or true fear. So, it's that 50-50 there, and So instead of 50-50, you're getting 70% chance that, you know what, you got True Fear on, your skill did not work. In this form, this is where the blessing down here, Incinerate, would be nice, so that you can sit there and increase the damage there and really rip off that stone skin. This is why I say he should be in this form to begin with and let you switch to the other one. They kind of got it ass backwards, sadly. Real quick, his masteries here. We just kind of came with almost a hybrid, clan boss slash arena build, but we went with Helm Smasher to ignore even more defense there. And then, of course, counterattacks there because, well, when he counterattacks, he starts ramping up that defense. All right, so that's Alaz, his build currently as I have him. I would like to have him a little better there because you're going to see he's pretty solid in arena. Now, we got one here. Don't worry, we have more tokens. So we're going to just start, like, I'm going to even do the easy ones, but we're going to take down here. So Valkyrie being Spirit Affinity, he is going to be -2. Torment we have to watch out for because we're going with a speed team and we're going for some control here. But, this is what I'm going to use here as for control. You may or may not have this, but, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do here. So let's get into this fight. We're not on auto here. So, Stone Skin, Stone Skin, Stone Skin. Valk is the slightly fastest here. So I'm not going to buff because then I could potentially freeze everybody with the exception of Armons. So I'm just going to drop her turn meter a little bit there. Boom. All right. Now let's go ahead. Now let's steal their turn meter. Oh, who do we want to sheep? Mithrala. Oh, we could steal some more, but we're not. Let's sheep Mithrala. Boom. Okay, he got frozen. That's fine at this point. But look, they don't have their stone skin anymore. And we're going to lock him out. Now, he's locked out, so when he's dead as long as we kill Ava here. Now, I could sit there and provoke somebody, but I'm not going to. Let's just go straight for the nuke. Let's put this on ×1, and let's see how hard we hit. Most likely, these three are dead, and if he doesn't weak her, she's dead too. Since he's locked out, he's not coming back either. So are we ready here? Boom, 68,000 and then another 60,000. They're all dead. They're not coming back. We hit her, but I didn't quite see, so it doesn't matter. Now we can boost because, well, Torment is dead and he's not coming back. Let's go ahead. Put decreased defense weaken. Almost killed her there. She can't even put a shield on herself, but it doesn't matter. He's going to hit her with the A1. Boom, 46k. So that's a pretty solid hit against stronger affinity. This one ought to be interesting because he's got 6-star intimidating presence. Okay. So we'll real quick go against this. You know what? I'll probably skip after this one, these little ones, because that's not really showcasing. That's just kind of grinding your food. Let's do the 2 times. She's faster. Oh. But he's not set up. Armand's is designed to cut in. Steal that. Go ahead. We'll hit this. We're just going to do A1 with him. And again, taking a 1-time speed here. Just uses A2. Smack. 82,000 was the highest I saw, and then 60+ thousand there. So he's smacking pretty hard. Amazingly, he's not smacking as hard as my Queen Eva, but again, he kind of builds up the damage. So here's one here. Could be interesting with the speed, but let's go ahead. We get inflated player power because he's a dual form champion, so if you've noticed that, you kind of get double. So we're probably more at like 1,300 or 300,000 there, or whatever the hell. I don't want auto. I wanted 2 times. All right, at least you did what I wanted you to do. All right, just go ahead and tag this. Didn't quite get rid of the shield. Let's go ahead, lock them out. And we got 2 lockouts. And we come in with the nuke. Boom, 48. And then, ooh, up to 82 over here. So, yeah, he's smacking pretty hard here. And I don't have him super well built. What I want to find, come on, game. All right, that'll be too easy. We could do a Leorius there. Let's see here. Okay, I'll show you here. Just because it's got a Duchess, and this is potentially a pitfall or whatever. I mean, if he hits her and doesn't weak hit, she's toast. But if he does weak hit, it could become annoying, and this is where Armands and Ramontu are very helpful. So we are faster, increased boost. Let's steal. All right, I'm gonna try, but this is probably not gonna work. Oh, we did manage to sheep her. Usually it does not work with Mithrala, even though I got pretty decent accuracy on him. Lock them out, all right, and we're just gonna go straight into the A2. He's definitely toast. She's probably gonna come up with a lot of max HP. Hopefully we kill the Duchess, but maybe not. Gonna look at the Duchess there. So we weak hit and only got 10,000. But look at how much destroyed max HP is on that Mithrala now. If we want to, we can go ahead and speed this back up to 2 times here. Hit her a little bit. Just keep hitting her. Let's keep hitting her. Boom. We killed her that way. And she's feared. Doesn't mean it won't work, but wham. 2 very weak hits, but it did ignore her shield, and it was enough to get through there. So, as you can see, pitfall with Duchess there, but still. Okay, what I want is like a good UDK. Now, this one could be a very difficult. This one, none of these are super great to my liking, but let's take on this one here. So we got to contend with Tormund, a Fast Arbor, a Leorius, and a Duchess. So not necessarily easy fight for the team I have set up. I could probably put different champions in, but you know, I just don't want to. We might be faster here. Nope, we're not. Okay, went into there. I cannot buff, so hopefully he gets to go before these two. If I buff, I take a chance of freezing these, and that just defeats the point. So it's a downside around an Arbiter into a Torment. But okay, so he gets to go here. All right, we managed to steal the Tormentor. We can only attack one, so we're going to head get Sheep Duchess. Oh, they're all exposed. Now we can go ahead, lock out their skills there. All right, they're not coming back if I nuke them unless Duchess revives. Into the A2 again, slow motion, 1-time speed here. 56. Ooh, we got 120 and then 90,000 on Big Glorious there. They're all down. Now I can go ahead and buff. Let's put it back on 2 times here. Let's just keep normal hitting here. Just A1 here until she's out of this form, which is now. And she's down wicked low. I don't want to hit auto there because then he'll do stupid shit like sheeper again. And boom, she's down. Oh, that was not nice there, but you know what? We're going to give some speed. Increase attack doesn't do any good there, but she's wearing a shield. He ignores it. Even though he weak hit, she's down. So that was pretty solid there, but let's refresh. I hate to give up all these other easy ones, but you know, it is what it is. That could be a fairly strong team. Okay, this one's going to be fun here, but we got a UDK and with a pretty weak sauce. Let's get, I want something bigger, better here. All right, this one's a better version here. Just to get an idea of how good he is against UDK, and luckily we have Armands to somewhat control the Sun Wukong along with Draco, or not Dracomorph, Ramontu there. All right, so he's in Stone Skin. So what we're going to do is take a chance this time. We're going to steal Terminator, lock him out, and I'm just going to, I don't know, let's tag Syl here with the shield, even though it went to him. Now, hopefully Ramontu's block active skills or block passive will also cleanse this Stone Skin off. It did. Now they're locked out, right? So let's see. Any of these that die, with the exception of her, they're not coming back. So hopefully say goodbye to Sun Wukong, but let's keep our eye out here on UDK because he is a defensive pain in the ass. So we're going to hit him. Boom, 94 and then 47. He's down. We obviously weak hit against Sun Wukong, but boom, he's down, and game over there. So he's hitting pretty hard. Now remember, like 250 crit damage, 249, that is not much. The 6,200 defense I get is starting to get on the high side. Not crazy, but starting to get on the high side. I could go against this team. Oh, it's going to be a wicked team. Do we, we could do a Taras here. Should I go for the Taras? You know what? They got 434. Plus twos. Probably got resistance. I don't know why they all got brimstone, but alright. Let's see what we got going on here. And this will probably be the last arena fight. Let's go ahead, increase our speed. Let's steal. Alright, so we stole Terminator except for him, which he can cleanse. Should I sheep him to control the fight? I mean, I want to see how much damage I do against him, but he's not hit through Stone Skin. Now, I could switch to the alternate form and see if we could blow that Stone Skin off, but I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to take a chance that he's not so crazy high resistance and Ramontu can strip him, but I'm not going to hold my breath. He did not get any such luck. So, do I want to waste the alternate form here? He's going to cleanse that all off. Should I make him revive? Let's just A1, say Martyr here. Boom, boom. Again, A1 Martyr. He cleanses. Now this time, you know what? Let's just sheep you. Oh, now we removed all that off. That's okay. She puts up counterattack. He's just going to hit her. He's going to get smacked. That's fine. Hit her with the A1 again. That's fine. Alright, so they got increased defense and counterattack. Let's just see how well he can hit. Let's put his 1 times. I don't think we're killing anybody, but boom. Yeah, we did next to no damage there. We probably would have been better off putting counterattack. We probably played this all wrong, but that's fine. Let's speed this back up. But we can hopefully go in here. And oh, we stole your turn meter. Now we're going to get all kinds of crazy counterattack. But that's fine as well. Is he almost out of it? Okay, again, we're stuck with hitting Duchess here. Alright, he's up and out of it, so let's go ahead. We're going to increase here. We're just going to smack the Mortu a little bit. I wonder, you know what? Let's try and sheep Duchess. Oh, they just lost everything. How do we want to play this? Let's provoke Mortu there. Unfortunately, he's going to hit us. Oh, she provoked us. We don't have a cleanse, so, but that's fine because he's got counterattack. He's building up that counterattack. Which means his defense is increasing there. Waiting on Mortu to do something there. Meanwhile, everybody hitting her might cause her to kill everybody. Come on, boom, you hit him. He's almost dead. He went down. She's down. Alright, steal the turn meter again. This fight is pretty much over here. Let's just get rid of Mortu. Lock him out. Not that it matters. Getting rid of Mortu. Okay, maybe not getting rid of Mortu. Alright. We got the big nuke. Let's see. The hard part again will be Duchess here, but he's built up a little more strength. So, boom. 100 something thousand. Again, we weak hit her. So, Duchess again is a royal pain in the derriere. Definitely a hard counter to him. But if he does hit her, man, you saw what he did. Pythion, and that was AoE hit. So between her and Pythion, he put Pythion down. We weren't really worried too much about Mortu. So that's him in arena. I'm trying to think someone comparable. All right. So again, that's not super high team. Here we go. This is not too bad. So we're going to do this real quick here, but just for comparison purposes. Much better built Trunda. And let's see how she does. Now, you know, it's not quite apples to apples, but let's see what kind of damage she pumps out, and then I'll show you her build. Alright, so we just speed up here, standard stuff. Who is the annoying one? We'll kill Withdrawal and hopefully Strip. I don't know why I did that. I should have just, oh good. So we're just going to put this on there. It landed on 3, so her big hit in arena is this. Hopefully we don't stun. Let's go straight for him. It doesn't matter. 1 times here. Let's see what kind of damage we're getting here. 52. We got weak hit there, but they went down. I don't even think the second hit made a doggone difference there. They went down. And of course, she's weak hit against them. They're all feared. Doesn't matter. So apparently fear is not kicking in when it's no longer important. You know, we pretty much won that, so he feared her. I'm not going to worry about stealing his turn meter because he's pretty much going down here. Oh, he's stunned. And he's dead. So you can see, you know, Trunda did like 50,000. Unfortunately, we hit against him. Let's try and get maybe one more in here somewhere. We could do that. She's positive affinity there, but equivalent there. Hopefully that's a stout. Brogni. Let's just go ahead. Let's see what happens real quick. We're just kind of compare similar DPSs there. I finally pulled a Harima, but she is not up to snuff yet, so I can't compare him to Harima. Alright, not going to bother sheeping anyone. Even though if I did, it would clear these buffs off here. Go ahead and we'll lock them out. Everybody's locked out either of their passive. This is where I think Ramontu should lock. You know, I mean, as far as all the crap you got to go through to get Ramontu, even still to this day. Like I just got him a couple of weeks ago. Well, I haven't even grabbed him yet, but I just finished all the missions for him on my free-to-play. So 3 years to get Ramontu. 3 years to get Ramontu. And he either locks the passive or he locks the active. But he doesn't lock both. It should be AoE lock both. One-of-a-kind champion. You can't get any more of him. It should lock both. Time to update your champions. Alright. Let's go back for the A3 here. We'll throw it on Arbiter. Boom. 40,000 resisted. So we didn't do so great there. I didn't see all of that. It don't look like we damaged Arbiter. Holy cow. Alright, so we'll just go ahead. Speed this back up. Tag Arbiter. You know what? Let's just Sheep Drang. Oh, it didn't remove that. That's what I wanted to do, was remove that. Alright, that didn't work out so well. So it doesn't matter. Let's just hit Arbor again. She got one hell of a shield. Alright, let's hit Brogni here with the A2. 200k, only 31k there. Let's steal that. So we did some damage there with the A2, which we knew we would if you kill somebody there. If you don't, it doesn't do that much great. Or is not that super great, I should say, in arena. Don't get me wrong, it's still very strong, but let's take out Arbiter. Boom, she's dead. She's our annoyance, even though we're strong affinity here for him. No one's coming back, and the fight is pretty much over. Alright, we'll jump back into the Bazaar here. I think we've showcased that he's pretty solid. I would love to get him more stats here, and really show him off some more. But yeah, I'm loving him. He's a surprise, especially in live arena. a lot of people I think are sleeping on him, thinking, oh, he doesn't do that much damage. Yes, he does. All right, my Trunda here. So my Trunda, she currently is kind of designed for Hydra. Unfortunately, I don't have the rest of the champs that I would like, but she's in a 9-piece Slayer set, right? So what does 9-piece Slayer set give us? 30% chance to repeat the damage dealt by AoE skills. The A3 and the A2 are AoE skills. She's getting all that extra crit damage. She's getting that 30% ignore defense with AoE skills, and fills this turn meter there for each AoE hit there. So yes, very nice set there. It's not too terrible, but she's at 63 HP. I got her up to 6,400 attack. So they have similar attack there. And you can see he's hitting pretty hard. She's only got 3,000 defense, only 204 speed, which is not too bad. 100% crit rate, but she is up to 296% crit damage. You don't want accuracy. I want to drop that even further, but it is what it is. I'm trying to think. This is a crit damage one, if I remember right. So, yeah, pretty lucky there, but defense, this would be better if it was attack, but it is what it is. Again, this is HP. It would be much better if it was attack. And then I got Crushing Ren going on, so she gets a little extra damage because she's getting a little more attack and stuff, and she gets to ignore some defense there. So she's got a little bit of advantage, and he's hitting pretty much just as hard as she is. So, you know, there you go. He's a solid defensive nuker. I think he'll outdo Harima. It's very hard to say. Again, I did get Harima. She's not level 60 yet, I don't think. I have Runner Masteries. Hopefully next Tuesday, which is Personal Reward CBC, she will finally get some books, because like I said, I literally just got Harima during the champ chase there for Ostrich. So I've run her masteries. Other than that, I haven't chosen any. I do have a 1-star blessing, so I need to pick a skill for her. I want to book her, but I do have her in kill stroke and lethal, so she's not too terribly bad. But she just as much crit damage as him, but not near enough defense as him. But like I said, haven't picked the masteries, haven't booked her out or whatnot. So that'll be interesting. Just in case, that is a second Armand's. I picked another one up, so being in Silver Live Arena, I don't like Arena very much, as you can see, but I plan on being a little pain in the butt in the meantime, because there's Armand's number 1. All right. So I'm not going to do this instant, but it'll be an instant for you. We're going to probably showcase Alaz there in Hydra, probably normal. I want to do normal there, because we're going to put them literally side by side, same team with Trunda, and we're going to see how much of a fight there is going on there. Now we know Trunda should do more damage as long as she survives there. So when I get actually enough time to do that, I will do that battle and hopefully give him a much better showcase in Hydra than last go round. So we moved over here to Hydra, and we're going to tackle Hydra hard. And of course, we're going to showcase Alaz. We're going to put him in front, so he will get more turns because of Shamal. We're going to run Emignia. We're going to throw in a Trunda to see how well he kind of compares to Trunda. She's not a super goddess on my team, pretty solid, but you know, she is not crazy in-game build whatsoever. And of course, Lydia for decreased defense and weekend. And well, the head of mischief can be, if he steals, it's okay if he steals it, as long as he didn't actually get it and places it on himself. Now, pretty high resist there on Emic, so it's going to be a low chance that he steals it from Emic, but if he steals it from anyone else, we're in trouble there. We Lydia isn't a curse set. She did not land that doggone hex on him, so that's going to make it fun here. It's risky here. We are going along smoothly. I've already recorded some of this once, and I had to start over because he stole it, he spread it, they killed Alaz, and I'm like, wow. So that was the downside, and I don't know if I should drop Shamal for a cleanser, but then head of Torment here could be a real pain in the ass. But let's see. So his A2 here increases the defense by 60% before attacking. Will double hit if they are below 50% after the first attack. And he destroys target's max HP by 30% inflicted. If the HP is higher, but that won't come into play here. But in line with his passive here, increases defense up to 100% each time they counterattack, resets each round. So I believe if you switch forms, you're going to lose that and you're going to go back down to 0. But at like 6,000 or whatever, he'll be up to like 12,000. So that's a significant increase. Anyway, we're at 1.6. We're going to do his big A2 hit, and only 1.9 there, right? So no heads are dead or anything like that, and he hasn't really built it up. But it will eventually get there. We want to just kind of kill Torment here pretty quick. He's going to get a counterattack, so there's 5%. We're going to try. Nope, we didn't hit him. This is where Mischief is such a pain in the butt. I'm going to go ahead and put Provoke out again. Probably could have waited one more turn, but this is only hard, so we should get back around pretty quick there. In fact, Torment might be toast after all these counterattacks. There he is. He is toast. Hopefully, Lydia will have her decreased defense and weaken back available here pretty quick. And then we can see the power of Trunda, but let's go ahead and just use her A3 there. And we went from 3.6 to 4.2. Let's see what he can do here in the same circumstance. 4.2, 5.6. So he just hit harder than Trunda so far. But that, okay, we do have this out. So that is a little misleading because, you know, heads are out. She can do a whole lot more damage there. All right, so reset Emic here. See, so we stall that, and that's the downside of not being able to get block buffs out on him. And he's going to counterattack once we hit, but we are just going to go ahead and bink there. And we're going to keep hitting here. Now, hopefully, Trunda. This is going to hurt a little bit, and this is where you get in trouble, because see, he's going to counterattack him. If I do this, he'll counterattack her, and yet he goes for Shamal, and he just passes it to everybody. You pissy-on little son of a bitch. And yeah, that's right, I said it this time. So I don't know if I need to do more resistance or what. I think I might need to pick like bone armor or whatever the hell. Alright, he's still provoked though. We're going to head put decreased defense and weaken out there. And watch everybody counterattack. Do we want to do provoke? Let's do a big hit. We can't kill him, but maybe we can get him down here. Boom. Okay, 10.5. So 1.5 million in damage there. We get unkillable back up here. Reset Emic. We got this head down a little bit here. Luckily, this head is down already. Hopefully, he'll take a turn and that'll fall off. Let's try. Nope. God. The downside of not landing cursed or hex based on, sadly, a curse set. But the thing is, he places revoke, so boom, it's got placed. I think only block buffs, of course, will counter that. Oh, you're dead now. So when he's gone, now we get a little more control here. It's not the greatest control, but it is better here. We can put decreased defense and weaken out. And we only landed weaken. Come on, Lydia. Come on, man. All right, so we're not going to hit this head, which would be ideal. But let's use the A3. We're at 12 million on this dead head. And now we're up to 16.5. So we just hit 4.5 million. So you can see with some heads down there, Trunda can do a lot better damage. So we're at 16.8 here. Now he's a weak affinity to, again, this deadhead here. So let's see, 16.8, big nuke, 19.3. So what was that, about 2.5 million versus what do we have? Like 3.5, 4 million from Trunda there. So it's not necessarily a fair fight, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead, just hit him. Boom, pop his head. And now we can do the A3. Luckily, he doesn't hit super crazy hard. Do I want to do... No, let's see how good his A1 does with the downed head. Positive Infinity, 370K, so that's pretty solid hit. He has not built up to his 100% extra defense as of yet. So we're going to see how far we can take this. What we'd like to see is the head of Torment pop up more and not the head of Mischief. Let's see. These two are going to come back, so I am not going to actually use that just yet. There's head of Torment, head of Blight, so we got no recourse against him either. But at least we have no one stealing our buffs. I probably should have hit Torment because I weak hit, and if I did that, there wouldn't be much damage. So we'll go ahead, we'll just hit Torment there, and you can see not much damage when there's no buffs and all that out. Anyway, so that's pretty much the concept. Let him build up here. I might come back. I'm going to go silent for now. I'll probably pop in maybe in the middle there. And let's get that out there. Go ahead and get out there now. Come back in the middle. Maybe once he's built up, and then we can kind of see what damage he's putting out. Then I don't want to. Well, you know what? I can use this. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we do. We're neutral affinity here. We're positive and positive here. We're weak here. He's going to counterattack. But we are at 22.1. Boom. 23.3, so a little over 2 million there. That's pretty solid damage for an AoE hit, especially with only one head down there. Anyway, we will come back once we're built up a little more and or we're done with this run. See you then. So as you can see here, we're what? Turn 117, and we're already at 276,000, so that's not too bad. Alaz has got his A1 here available. We've got one more turn to provoke, so we don't need to provoke just yet. And we have a deadhead that is weak affinity with decreased defense and weakened. Let's put it on 1 times, and let's see how much this double hit hits for. 500 and 625, so not too bad there. Yeah, he definitely can smack once he starts building up. At one point there, he did 12 million damage. And I want to say Trunda did like 14 million damage when all the heads were dead and had decreased defense and weakened. So it is, whoops, I did not want to go full auto there, but that's okay. Anyhow, we're going to go back to radio silence here and see what happens. right there, had a, not blight, the cleansing one. Took down Alaz, and so we're going to keep continuing. Still should be able to go fairly far, but our provoker is now gone, and there goes the counterattack and all that, so we're just going to have to see how well we fare now, and see what kind of damage we end up with at the end there. As you can see here, Turner went down, and Nia got eaten. I don't even know who got her free, because sadly, our only damage dealer somewhat left is Shamal. Oh, we did get her free. A little too late here, but yeah. Since he wasn't able to put up Unkillable and Taunt, had a whoop your ass, put Trunda down like nothing. And that's the other part. I either got to up her resistance, or sadly maybe sacrifice Weaken and put Ugo in instead of Lydia. She still gives decreased defense. She can block some of these doggone buffs that they got. Plus she gives a little heal and cleanse when, I don't know, maybe I get provoked myself. Because if one of these two get provoked, especially at the wrong time, it really starts to fall apart. So now, I mean, we weren't too far. Well, we were at 488. Now I'm lucky if we're making it 5 million or so past where we were here. So yeah, it went downhill quick. And of course, you know, who died? The 2 damage dealers, of course. So I was kind of hoping to at least make it to half a billion there, but we'll see how much longer we go. I went ahead and clicked it on full auto once Trunda went down. And we'll just wait and see what the finish line has to say. It probably shouldn't be too much longer, but you never know. You never know. Well, doggone it. Almost a billion points there per heart. That's not too bad. Of course, I was definitely kind of hoping for better, but what do we got? We got 200 million from Alaz. That's pretty doggone solid. Of course, we got 78 million from Lydia there. Only 156 million from Trunda. That kind of shocks me. Look at that. And he died before her. Now, granted, Shamal helped him take a few more turns there, but you know, she needs heads that are dead with decreased defense and weakened to really pump up that damage. So in this particular kind of comp, I'm not actually surprised that Trunda's behind Alaz. Whereas, like I said, he starts ramping up and he hits pretty good. His A1, if there's a dead head, whether it's got decreased defense or weakened on it or not, hits pretty hard, where her A1's not as good. But yeah, there we go. That's a pretty good result. I'm going to keep it. I did have these 2 on my Nightmare team, but I have switched, and I can show you that real quick. A little shout out to Boozer there, if this ever saves. There we go. Come over here to Hydra Clash, and you can see, so we're in 3rd. Unfortunately, that won't push us up any higher where we are here, but so you can see Necmo with what the hell is this, Podrick, and then pretty much the same team there as what Boozer ran, with the exception of I put a Crizzy in instead of Newt, and I got way less score than him, but still my best score ever. And didn't quite make, we made it to the 1,000 mark, but we did not obviously make it much further past that to the term limit. We just got eaten too quick, couldn't do enough damage. But anyway, I'm still happy with that score. In fact, let's see. Nope, it didn't show it. Just shows the total. It was 300 and something. But so I'm happy with that. There's Alaz. I'm thinking about, and I might do it, rebuild him a little bit there, and swapping him in Turbo's place in Clan Boss, just to see what can happen. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move over here to Hydra, and we are going to test Alaz out, or not Hydra, in Clan Boss. So, my normal team is this with Turbo. We just swapped Turbo for Alaz. We have not tested it. Let's make sure that we definitely got the setup here. In fact, we'll go through the setup real quick. Starting Fushan's A3, just not using it as A2. A3 priority, A2 second priority for Demitha. Eris, of course, the A2 is a priority there. Seeker, A2 is the priority, but we start with his A1, and then Alaz, we're not going to Metaphorf. We're going to put the counterattack up, and we're going to use the Rolling Thunder next as priority. So pretty simple there. The 172 speed should work. So we will see here. And we're just going to do a quick battle. So let's hope this goes. And here we go. What kind of damage are we going to get? Thinking. 133.13 million. So he pumped out 42 million with just 1 star of Crushing Ren. So 42 million. All right. So now let's switch over to my Turvold here. Pay the 100 gems, and let's see what happens with Turvold here. And he did 50 million. So they're about on par. I did not pay attention before, but we did 46 versus 133. So not, I don't know if Seeker did some more, maybe Eris, who knows. Anyway, let's go back to the Bastion real quick, and I will show you his build here. So we did go with lethal, where Turbo does not have that. I don't know that it makes a huge difference, but for the most part, his primary stat here, 6,000 defense at 300% crit rate, and we'd like to get that a little higher because he builds that defense up even higher on his own. And then if we compare him to Turvold, where is the Turvold? He is 2-star, but he has Phantom Touch, so I don't know if it's apples, but he does not have lethal. I don't think it matters too much, but he has 7,500 attack, so 1,500 more of the main stat, and 297 crit rate, which is 3 less. So, of course, he gets to kind of crit there, buff himself with the crit rate. So, 1,500 more on the main damage stat there. Not too bad. He's pretty much on par with Turvold. I'm sure you could pump out more damage like that. Might even be better. I mean, you could switch him around the lead, and of course you'd have to build up more speed there. Maybe if we got a little more defensive stats there. But the other aspect too, though, is we're reliant on Fushan's decreased defense, but Turvold is bringing the weaken every now and then. So he's putting a weaken out, and that's 25% more damage, whereas you're not getting that weaken with Alaz. You're getting nothing. So with that weaken, I wouldn't be surprised if Alaz pumped out more damage. Plus he has lower stats. So unfortunately it's not quite apples to apples comparison there. But he is definitely on a turbo level as far as damage goes in the clan boss. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go put him back in his Slayer set. I tried to do Slayer, but unfortunately 6-piece gives you that turn meter increase per AoE, and he does a lot of AoEs, so that messed up the whole doggone tune. But it is free regearing, so this is why I went ahead, waited to test this, and finally tested it. Now I can put him back in his build there. But I don't know whether, I mean, I could test him in live arena, but you saw him in arena. Trust me, he can bang it out pretty good in live arena as well. I think he catches a lot of people off guard right now, unless you're way up in live arena. I'm only in silver 2, I think. So, you know, it is what it is. But there we go. There's a revisit with Alaz. I am going to use them again, Hydra, but I think this time I might drop, sadly, Lydia and put Ugo in place, because that block buffs is just critical there a whole lot, especially if you want to keep Mischief from stealing your counterattack and or heaven forbid your block damage. But as you saw, he can start pumping out some damage, and he can keep up. I think he did more than Trunda there, and she's got slightly less stats here. What stats did Trunda have? She was at 6,400, so they were both about the same stats there. Of course, she had 50 more crit damage than he did in the previous build, and she is in a 9-piece Slayer instead of a 6. So I'd love to get him in a 9-piece, because a 30% chance to deal the AoE damage. The sad part is Slayer set just don't work for you know, clan boss. I'm sure you maybe be able to protect that turn meter fill, but that's more of a headache than I really want to do. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed reflecting back on Alaz and what areas at least I feel he is valuable in. I'm going to stick with him in arena. Hopefully I can improve him some more as far as his build goes, and stick to him with Hydra as well. I think he's solid there, and you know, that's where he's kind of designed. I still wish his kit was reversed so that he was more apropos for arena, you know, given the meta of stone skin and the chances of stripping it off. But it is what it is, so you take what you can get. Anyway, Alaz, pretty solid champ. Have a nice day.